Today we're going to talk about residential care homes now, not who they are and what they do. I want to talk directly to the RCFE owners that are out there. If you don't know me, my name is Matt Stafford. I'm the owner of Stafford Senior Solutions, a referral agency here in the Fresno, California area where we do more business than any local agency around. And then also I'm the founder of the Senior Referral Academy where I help students do just what I do across the nation. So that's enough about me, but I'm literally in hundreds of care homes annually. I've seen some good care homes and I've seen some challenging care homes. And I want to bring to you today some information that could be helpful to you because we are starting a consultation arm to our business to help RCFE owners that are out there, because I encounter a lot that are struggling. I encounter a lot that have empty beds. And I know you got into the business to help seniors. You got into the business because you have a passion for the elderly. And when you have empty beds, you begin to struggle business-wise because the income is not there to take care of the necessities that you need to take care of. Do you realize in California, the average room is $3,500? Now, that's not a nationwide average. That's only in California. It varies from state to state, but $3,500. That means if you have one vacancy, you are missing out $42,000 for the year. And if you go down and do the math, I believe it's what, 126 if it's 3 vacancies. I believe that's the correct number, but it's a lot of money, right? And this puts a major strain on your business when you have vacancies. And if you're out there today and you own a care home, and your vacancy rate is high. If you're struggling in the area of move-ins, you're just inconsistent. Maybe you're a new care home, or maybe you're paying outrageous referral fees. I'm a referral agent, so I can speak intelligently about this. You know, I won't hit on the national companies, but maybe you're paying 120%. You shouldn't be. Get down a little bit and renegotiate some of those contracts. Save yourself some money. Apply it in other areas where you can take care of the elderly and what you wanted to do in the first place. But I want to bring you some value today, some things that you can immediately do to help change things, all right? Now, in the consultation, we have a program that's 6 months long. You can reach out to me, the number below. I can tell you more about what we're going to do and what we are doing with some care homes. And we're going to make this thing where in 6 months, they're going to be consistent in their move-ins. They're going to be consistent with how many residents they have there. You're going to realize a lot of the good care homes. Now I say good, now I'm not saying they have better care, but I'm saying ones that are successful, that keep their beds are always full. They have multiple homes, 6 to 10 homes. They always seemingly have a waiting list. There's a method to their madness, all right? It's just not by chance. You know, they're not necessarily out knocking on doors trying to establish a relationship with a social worker or a discharge planner or, you know, reaching out to me. I mean, all that happens, I'm sure, but they have a strategic approach about growth in their residential care home, and I want you to have the exact same thing. So I want to give you some information today, what you can do immediately to turn around, and maybe you're new, you're just starting, so this information will be great for you. Or maybe you've been around for 2 or 3 years and you just seemingly always struggle to fill your home. You're 2 or 3 beds light. So you're in that $126,000 less than what you should be making. So I want to bring some information to you. The first thing I want to bring is, and I want you to understand this, you have to determine, number one, you're qualified residents, ones that you are going to accept into your home. All right. So what do I mean by qualified? You all do an assessment. You follow regulations and you understand who you can take. It's a non-medical community. We understand all that. But what I mean by this, the successful care homes all determine who they're going to accept, who they're not going to accept. Meaning they may not accept bipolar or schizophrenia. They may accept just high functioning seniors, or they may accept all seniors that with no more than 3 ADLs. Whatever it may be, determine this right here, okay? And when you determine this will begin to change your mindset. You will wake up each and every day with a purpose, knowing whom you're attracting, whom you're preparing the home for. A lot of you out there are just accepting residents if they meet the regulations, the guidelines, and definitely if they come in and they could be a high-paying client, that definitely sways things. Now, I fully understand, because if you're in this $126,000 lack stage, then that's going to be an issue. So, mindset. When you determine your mindset about who your qualified residents are going to be, this will inevitably give you a target. When you have a target, you're more apt to hit it. Shooting a gun at a range, playing basketball, shooting some hoops, the Super Bowl is coming up, the quarterback throwing to the receivers. You always have to have a target. When you throw things, shoot things, whatever, without a target, you're not going to hit anything, or you may just hit something that you're not supposed to hit, right? So you have to have a target, but it begins with the mindset. So you change your mind about who you're going to accept in your home. You have a target now, and then once you have the target, you begin to change the culture within your home, starting with you as the owner, your partner, your spouse, caregivers, anyone that's involved. You begin to say, this is who we are. You have an identity now. There's something about you that you're confident about. You're just not aimlessly waking up one morning going, okay, we got to make sure the rooms are clean. We got to make sure any leads come in today. Who do we need to call? No, you understand the culture is changing to accommodate the qualified resident that you determine whom you want in your home. It just narrows down the focus, okay? Instead of trying to attract the masses of people, you're attracting a smaller core. And it doesn't make sense sometimes in marketing because it's like, oh man, we already have a niche. There's already a lot of homes. If I narrow this thing down a little bit too far, I'm going to be very limited. You know what? That possibly could be true to one degree or another. It might be a little bit more limited. But let me tell you, for longevity, getting your qualified residents, you're going to be a lot more happier because you're going to have the resident that you want. You're going to be a lot more happy because you have paying clients. Your home is going to be full and all that. Again, if you want to know more about this and have me come and consult you, it begins with a phone conversation. It begins calling me. There's the number on the screen. You can call me. We can talk about this. But I want to go through one more thing with you to help you out because this is one area that I see some homes that are weak. It's in the area of tours, okay? There are 6 things that you need to know of how to give an effective tour, okay? And it seems so basic, right? Because 6 bed, you're not a community of 50 beds. You're not a community of 120 beds. You're 6 beds. You're like, well, how hard can this really be? Let me just, get with the people, talk with them a little bit about their loved one and go from there. It's very strategic, and I see this, and I try to prep the care homeowners around in my area that I serve. I've also prepped my residents and their families when we go there. But this is what you need to do. Number 1, there's a welcome stage. You must welcome them, right? Now, it's more than just, hi, how you doing? My name is. I've been at some tours where it's just seemingly awkward. I mean, I walk in with the resident and their family, and the homeowner goes, hi, how are you? Good. Good weather, huh? Yeah. All right, let me show you the room. Come with me. Oh my God, that's horrible. If you're doing that, stop it. Don't do that. Welcome them. You are welcoming somebody in your home. All right? This is the first time that you get a chance to make a good impression. Don't blow it. Be yourself. Don't be fake. Don't try to stage. Be yourself. Have a smile and just welcome them like you would welcome somebody in your home. Okay? That is so basic, but so key, so relaxing, so instrumental in getting them to have a good vibe. If they don't have a good vibe, guess what? The rest of the tour is horrible. You can have the best room available, and if they have a negative vibe about you or about what's going on, they're not going to have their loved ones stay there. All right, so the welcome is key. The second area in giving an effective tour is what I call showcase. Now, what do I mean by that? Again, you welcome them. It's very important. Don't take them to the room. That's over here. There's 3 steps before you get to the room, all right? I'll get to that in a second. But showcase. What makes your care home unique? What's different about it, okay? Maybe, let's use an example. Maybe you have a gorgeous patio. I mean, you just have a beautiful garden. The setting is just right. Maybe you're on 3 acres. The sun sets on that side. I mean, just whatever it is, right? You just got it going on your patio. Well, after you do the welcome, what you want to do is take the resident, their family, to your area. You showcase. Now, what I don't mean by this is, I don't mean go to your patio and start pointing out things. Look at my garden. Look at the sunset. Look at this over here. No, you don't do that. You want them to experience your best area. Your best. You're showcasing is something that's unique. Again, unique about your home, and you're having this conversation with them about who they are after the welcome in this great environment. And they were just looking around and they're just in awe. And that's what you want. You're creating a good vibe, okay? So the showcase, all right? Now, the third thing I like to do, I call it engagement. Engagement, what do I mean by that? Now you've done the welcome, you showcase them, now you're coming in from the patio, if the patio is your area. Now, if you have a horrible patio, don't take them to the patio. Take them to an area that's really nice. And then you want to engage when appropriate. If there's a resident, high functioning resident, someone you know that is okay with and they're going to be comfortable in talking with people and they don't mind, have them introduce them to a resident. Definitely introduce them to a caregiver. You need to train your caregivers, and we go over this in the consultation, and how to grow your community from the ground floor so you don't have this $126,000 lack through the year. We help you grow and sustain your growth. Again, you hit the number below and we can have a conversation. But engagement, have the family that's there on tour talk with the caregiver, at least someone else, that it's not just you. All right, they're expecting you to say nice things. But when you walk around and the caregiver comes over and gets, hi, how are you doing? My name is, I've been here 6 months, 3 years, whatever it may be. I love it here. This resident over here, Jim, man, we were playing games the other day. Tell us a quick story, but a quick one. Don't go on some tangent for 15 minutes, but like a 2-minute story, 60-second story. Be brief, but be meaningful. Come from the heart. Train your caregivers how to do that. That's powerful during the tour, okay? They're coming to your home, at least from me. They've already seen your home because I give virtual tours. That's one thing I'll teach you during the consultation. If you want me to do that and help you grow, we teach you how to do virtual tours. I do things a little bit differently in that regard. So when I bring the family, they've already seen your home. They just want now to experience it. Is it all what the pictures and videos say it is, okay? So the engagement. Then, after the engagement, the warm fuzzies and all that, then you go to the room, okay? You need to show them where they're going to stay, right? Master bedroom, whether it be a regular, maybe a shared room or a private, whatever it may be. You want to take them to the room, okay? And you want to go over, which most of you out there, if not all, 99% of you I know, include the furniture, or they can take the furniture out and all that. I mean, say some of those things, but try not to have things that are repetitive, all right? A lot of the tours are the same because they say the same thing. When we get to the room, hey, the dresser is going to stay here, the bed's going to stay here, the ceiling fan, obviously, if you want to take it, no, you know what I'm talking about. They go through all this kind of stuff. Just get them to the room and point out maybe a feature about the room that's not too obvious. Maybe it's a view outside the window, all right? Maybe it's they have their own bathroom, or whatever it may be that stands out, something that's unique. Point out one thing. They can understand the rest of it. Now, if they begin to ask questions, does the furniture come? What about a hospital bed? Yeah, begin to explain all those things. I'm not saying be hush-hush and don't share, but don't just repeat and state the obvious all the time, okay? Then, after the room, you show them the room. You want to give them your information. Business card, brochure, where's your website, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff, the information. You want to make sure they have it. You want to make sure you present it to them. Circle or highlight maybe a contact number. If they're coming with a referral agent like myself, you might want to defer to the referral agent and say, yeah, please reach out to Matt and he'll let me know. And if you like to, if another family member would like to see the room again, you know, I'm more than welcome to give another tour. If the resident couldn't make it, maybe you're giving the same offer, but it's information. And then, this is so key that I see 1% of the care home owners doing. 1%. And the 1% don't have this problem. All right? They understand the qualification of the resident that they want. But then also, the number 6 part of the tour, to have an effective tour, is the close. Okay, now what do I mean by that? The close. I am not talking about sales. I am not talking about, oh man, get a deposit today. If we don't get a deposit today, someone's coming right behind you. You might lose the room. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. All right. The close is a subtle twist to what you do. You've given them, you have a welcome. All right. There's some sort of rapport, hopefully, at this point at the showcase. Engagement. They're starting to feel comfortable about who's there. That's great. They've seen the room. They like the room. Information. Now they understand how long you've been in business, who you are, contact information. And now the close. What you do is after you give them the information, now it's, can I share something with you? Absolutely. One thing that makes us different than any other care home around is blank. Don't say blank, point it out. What is it? What is it about your home that's different than the other 100 homes that are around where you're located? Everybody thinks a residential care home, they're all the same. They're not. Point out at least one, no more than two. What makes you different? That is the close. What's the power behind that is when they leave your home and go to another residential care home on a tour and they give a lousy welcome and they take them right to the room and there's no warm fuzzies, they're going to remember the close that's unique and they're going to say, you know what? Man, this person, the first home we saw, they had this really great gazebo or they had this really cool whatever, and the home we're in now doesn't really have it. And I've seen those tours be quick. When you do these 6 components in the order in which I'm telling you, you will have an effective tour. You'll raise your conversion rate, if you will, of seniors coming into your home. You'll eliminate this and you'll begin to make money because you have qualified residents in your home. You'll be a lot more happy. I can consult you in these areas. And there's other features and other areas that we need to go over in order to put you on a plan for growth and sustainability. Reach out to me. My number's below. Would love to help you out.